Hello and welcome, this is Mousegunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC of BattleTech. We're picking up right where we left off in the last video. And speaking of which, what do we want to do here? So, definitely we want to move into a position to attack.
Commander.
The question is, can I actually do that with this mech? The answer right now is no. I cannot get far enough to attack these guys. I can't jump up here to get a line of sight. Maybe if they keep moving forward, I could jump over here and do something. So at the moment, we got nothing we can do there. I guess what we're going to want to do then is move either my pilot. And the big thing that I'm really looking to do here is not get hit by those flamers and get overheated, which may really happen here if I'm not careful. Yeah, this is the exact enemy I don't want to see as a fire starter on a map like this. You know, it may actually make sense to just back off here, because I'm not sure the fire starter is going to be able to get in range of any of the buildings. But he assuredly could jump up to me and hit me with flamers, like, without a doubt, if I stay where I am. So, you know, let's just back off. We'll get in behind Brain, perhaps. Like over here. And just cool off a bit. We're running hot anyway, so that's nice. Let's get the cutscene moving along here. Okay, and then probably do the same thing with Scarecrow. Although this mech is a lot more heat efficient. I mean, look at where I am on the heat scale. If he hits me with, what is it, 4 flamers, I'll probably be a similar problem. So, yeah, we'll just move in behind this train. Sadly, I can't do it without giving my back, but we can always jump back into combat, so not a big deal. Curiosity, how do I end up here? That's actually probably the better move, because it keeps my front facing.
On the move.
Also, you know, Spider, it doesn't have good armor. We don't really want it to trade with a fire starter. Fire starter will win that engagement. Better just be patient in this case and just wait for my opportunity. Then we'll reserve.
Aye, aye.
Gallion's gonna move up and attack. Alright. Now the question is,
Waiting for orders.
now that that has happened, still cannot move into a position. So in that case, it's probably just best for me to just move here. In theory, I might be able to get into a spot here to see something, but I kind of just doubt it with the way terrain is. This will just give us another turn to cool off. And we'll brace as well. Give us a little bit of protection. Not as much as we once got, though. Okay.
Yep.
So, for truck, we could get as close as possible and hit with the small laser. Of course, the PPC, our most damaging weapon, would not hit, so that's kind of not the best idea. We could get close enough to punch, that'd be great. I could death it from above, but that... I don't think that's a really good idea. Trying to put myself into a position where, yeah, there, I've got the more ideal weapon coverage.
Here we go.
This is probably just going to be a turn of patience. There we go, that's not a bad shot.
Roger.
The PPC landing will probably kill him, but might as well see what the other stuff will do. You know, you can't guarantee it's going to land, so...
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Okay, that's taken care of. Now we just have to wait for the vehicles to do their thing. The fire starter should have moved. So what did it do? It moved there, it got sensor locked, and now it's gonna get smacked. Good. What we want to see. It can clip off one of his arms because they are attacking one side specifically.
Damn, let's do this.
And they're still not really in a position to be able to see me, so at the moment, reserving makes the most sense.
Delay. Okay. Let's see what happens.
Oh, we should pay attention up here. Okay. Well, that turret was already beat up, so I'm not too surprised with that. At least he's hitting that instead of the building. Now, he could assuredly see the building, so that is a problem. Because there is follow-up to that attack. So we are going to counterattack. Much as possible, anyway. Still running pretty hot. Fortunately, I'm not able to hit the side that I think he was just damaged on. But we're going to have to take what position we've got here. I should have had the spider move first. That was actually a mistake. That's going to overheat me, so we're just going to be 3. We could go with the precision strike. It doesn't make sense to do it. In this case, I'm going to go after the left torso, which is already beat up. If I can get enough hits on that, we might be able to take it out, which would take the arm with it.
Engaging target.
Okay, we got it. So there's going to be a significant reduction in his firepower. A lot of the firepower of the fire starter is in the arms.
Good to go.
So really a good idea to hit him there when you can. In this case, I'm going to attack from the front because I have the ability to hit the other side, and I might be able to clip off his other arm. So we'll go for that.
Moving out.
It's poor windmills.
Copy that.
Okay. Take out a leg. That's not bad. That'll knock him down.
Taking a critical hit.
Maybe make him not be able to see much of anything, which is kind of what we were going for. All right. We should just reserve here because we want this. We want this vehicle to move up so we can see it, like right now. Okay.
Receiving you.
As a result, we should just jump forward,
Lifting
fire
off.
away. So yeah, I think we've turned this one to the point where we're gonna win.
Affirmative.
Question is, can we save all the buildings? I don't know yet.
Reporting.
Guess we'll find out.
Enemy vehicle eliminated.
This question is this vehicle getting any shots on this building? And it sure did. So can't really do much more damage there. And next turn they actually really do have a realistic
What do you
chance
need?
of getting the damage they need. I have to not jump here. So all I'm going to get out of this is the LRM-5. I do think it's kind of silly that this guy on his back was giving line of sight to this. But sometimes the AI's line of sights are kind of kooky. We're going to go for the leg, but I don't think we're going to get it.
Engaging target.
It's not a great chance to hit, and missiles have a tendency to not do what you want them to do anyway. Okay, well, we got that sensor lock. Fortunately, they're attacking the fire starter instead. I mean, we want them to kill the fire starter, so that's alright, but kind of a wasted sensor lock. Okay. It makes a lot of sense for the Jenner to come in here and hit this guy with a melee strike. Here is probably safer than here. Yeah, here makes more sense. So we get a 95% chance. This gives me an opportunity to cool off too, and also possibly puts the Jenner in the line of fire, which is actually what we want at this stage.
Engaging physical attack.
Down you go. The fire started taking so much damage that was very likely to kill him, so Okay, now we can see the Panther, which is good.
Let's do this.
I also want to get line of sight of the vehicle if I can. I don't prefer that not to be the spider that does it, though. Let's jump, because that'll give me a lot of... I do want the cover. I'm going to take this move, even though we're not seeing the vehicle, which is what I kind of want to do. We still have to take the Panther out, either way, so... Precision Strike, I mean, it's not great, but it does lower his initiative, which does make some sense, so... Left arm, I don't think has a whole lot in it. No, it doesn't, so it doesn't make any sense to go after it. What about the... There's ammo there. Let's go for the left torso. We're not going to get through it anyway, but, you know, worth a shot. Okay,
Orders.
there should be no more things over here. Let's just jump to start moving where we need to move. The water should still cool us off, so that'll be fine. Brace, of course. Okay.
Yep.
And we'll jump. Get as far as we can. I'll jump over here.
Up high.
Now the real question is, can they still see that building? And I think they shouldn't be able to, but you never really know with this game.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay. A bit more damage there. Able to evade a lot of that. Good. And that's actually excellent that the turrets went after the striker, because the striker's going to be harder for me to take out. Sadly, they didn't get the kill. Okay, now the question is, can I tangle with a Panther? I think so. At least I hope so.
Yes, boss?
I do want to hit him in the back. Now it's saying I'm going to overheat, but I'm jumping into water. I'm hoping that won't cause me to overheat. But you know what? Maybe we calm down how far we jump. As long as we still get that back. Yeah, I mean, it's saying I'm going to overheat, but I don't really trust it because it doesn't do the calculations based off of the water. It does calculations based off of where you are before you move. See, now we're fine. Now the question is, can I fire my weapons? And the answer to that question is no, I can't. I still think I should do it. This is going to require me to have to repair the spider, but it's not going to be the end of the world. So I think it's important enough that I go for this.
Roger that.
Because that is going to be full damage. I took a little bit of internal heat, fortunately. Okay. Now, for my character, and I'm going to do pretty much the same thing if I can. I'm going to have to jump in here. Now, this makes me a target for being punched, for sure. But probably worth it. We could also hit him with the cold shot. Well, if we want to. It's an 80% shot, though. I'm not sure we should waste it. Nah, let's not waste it. I'm going to overheat here, too. But again, this is good damage. Running off the lasers. I kind of have to, though, because the repairs.
Targeting rear armor.
Sadly, that wasn't as worth it as it probably could have been.
Ready for orders.
You're still in a spot where you're nowhere near the action.
Affirmative.
So your turn doesn't really matter. And it probably won't matter for the rest of the combat. No surprise at all, I'm getting punched. Oh, internal structure. Okay.
What do you need?
So the question is, by jumping, get a direct line of sight. I can, so we're going to take it, because my goal here is to mitigate damage.
Engaging jump jets.
And the striker could potentially do a lot of damage to me if I allow it. So, fire away.
Firing.
Oh, the PPC missed. You gotta be joking. All right, well, we're screwed. This is gonna hit me pretty hard. Actually, it moving up is probably a mistake because it moved probably close enough that its LRM lost accuracy. And this is kind of the problem with me not killing the striker, is these LRMs are being wasted on the striker rather than on where they should be firing at, which is the Panther. See, those are rear shots too. I mean, that would have really done a lot of damage. We've already... oh, okay, so there was a turn limit. We may have reached it. Well done, Commander. I'm guessing the planetary government will be pleased, and hopefully learn a lesson about OPSEC.
Mission successful.
Okay, well, fingers crossed we don't have the game crash on us. Okay, so we got a bunch of bonuses, which is actually really good, because I got the rare one, which is don't allow any of the buildings to get blown up, and that actually gave us a 20% bonus. So that's really good. All this added up is a 50% bonus to our already good paycheck. So that's quite nice. We do lose a relationship with the pirates, but oh well. Continue. Let's see what the salvage is going to be like. So we unfortunately have 2 damage mechs, one to heat damage, the other one to that punch at the end of the match. So we may have to wait some days. We'll have to see. Okay, as far as salvage goes, I don't really want a spider, so I'm going to take the fire starter. You know, I say that weaponry is more important to me right now than anything else. So the LRM-10 makes a lot of sense to pick up here. The 2 LRM-10s. I know that the fire starter part's probably worth more in the grand scheme of things, but we already have, you know, mechs, lighter mechs like this. Yeah, fire starter could be a good mech, but we need weaponry. We need something to arm our mechs with to make them better than they currently are. So I would be very happy with weaponry. You know what? Just to give myself a little bit of diversity. Let's pick up an SRM-6 too. So M10, SRM-6, that's something we can really do stuff with. So let's see what else we get. So we did get the fire starter part anyway, so I'm happy to see that. Got a couple medium lasers. Those are good. Small lasers I don't really need so much, but I'll take them. And then we got some LRM ammo, so we don't have to worry about buying any. And then we got jump jets, which does help eventually down the road. Okay. All right. So thankfully, it did not crash. I'm going to do... it does an autosave, but I'm just going to do a hard save myself, just to be on the safe side. And let's see what we have to do. Let's start off with the mech bay. So the spider and the Jenner need work. Fortunately, the spider needs quite a bit of work. Jenner also needs a little tiny bit of work. I do want to change the tasks here. The Jenner should be put at the top, and the commando like that. Looks good to me. Now, one thing that has changed is if you stay on a system and you do a mission, it does not advance any time. So in the past, by doing that mission, I would have advanced a day, which would have had the commander be repaired. Now that doesn't happen. I actually apparently have to physically move time, which is interesting. Okay, so all that's left standing is the Panther and the Vindicator. Now, I may actually want to stop the refit of the Panther because we have a better loadout already that we can do. because we don't have long-range energy weapons, I do want to check the store too to see if we have more equipment to buy. No, unfortunately not. I mean, I could pick up an SRM2, but that would really be something I picked up as kind of like a last resort. But yeah, I'm thinking what I would rather do with the Panther that we have here is remove the SRM4. We'll just stop this work. We'll get some money back. We'll refit it. So everything should have saved, like the armor and things. Those should have saved. What hasn't saved is any of the components I put in. So I would say either the LRM-10 or the SRM-6 here. As far as tonnage goes, we've got 5 tons versus 3 tons. But we do have spare tonnage, so I really think we should go with an LRM-10. And again, you're trading the long-range firepower of the PPC for the long-range firepower of an LRM-10. It makes it a little bit more diverse in its equipment. Go ahead and add the 2 jump jets. Ideally, we'd have 4 here, but that's the best I can do at the moment. We'll add in... Sure how many heat sinks I'm going to be able to get away with. I'm going to get rid of some of the armor because I overdid the armor. So that's what I'm looking at for the loadout. Not as heat efficient as before, but we could lower the tonnage. I might want to lower the heat sink, maybe 1. That way we wouldn't have to lower the armor as much, and the heat efficiency is still pretty decent. That's not bad. I mean, we're mostly going to be using the LRM-10, although we only have 1 thing of ammo. I think the ammo gives you, what, 120 shots per? Forget, it tells you, right? 120, yeah, so that's 12 shots. That's not too bad for just an LRM-10. So yeah, this is looking not too bad. Now I could hold off on the jump jets and then do that heat sink, because we don't have enough jump jets to really make that matter at the moment. So equipment, sink, and then for the sake of making it look pretty. And then we maybe just lower the armor a bit. So, like, maybe a bit in the arms. Actually, I say in the arms. Go down. Let's bring this down, too. This doesn't need to be that high. Okay, so we're probably like 1 tick off. There we go. So, not quite as well armored. Matter of fact, thinking, let's do like that, and then do that. That's a little bit better. Okay, so I think this is just a more capable mech than what we had before. The firepower is going to be all right. The range is definitely going to be better. Heat efficiency is still really good. And yeah, eventually we will add in the heat sinks, not the jump jets, to get us that maneuverability that we'd prefer to have, but for now, looking good. So it's still going to take about 15 days.
I'll get it in the schedule.
To do that. All right, that's all of the work we're going to want to do in the mech bay for the moment. Clearly, we don't have enough mechs to run a mission, so we're going to have to be patient. That means it's time to... Now, did I ever do anything in the engineering lab? I want to say I didn't. But we can afford it now, so let's go ahead and upgrade the power system. Like, we could have events that have things to do with not having the power system upgraded, so it would probably be a good idea. And then we just need to go into the Argo, and minimum we need to have 2 days go by. So that's what we're going to do. I think, yeah, we just need 2 more mechs. So 1 day, 2 days, and pause. So now that we have that work done, we have enough mechs to do our next mission. Let's go into the mech warriors. And we will use some of this experience we got. So that was a lot more experience.
Standing by.
It was double the experience than we got with the previous mission. So how are we going to want to use the experience itself? Well, for sure, I'm adding 1 to gunnery skill. The same thing is going to be true for Scarecrow. I'm going to add 1 to gunnery skill, because it's still going to take me at least 1 more mission, if not 2, to get him up here. But making him, I mean, 1 more mission at a 1 skull difficulty would be enough to get him what we need. So you know what? Let's not do that.
Aye, aye.
Waiting for orders.
Standing by.
You, I have still nothing that I'd really want you to do. I'm trying to think, what do I want to make some of these pilots? Like her, I'm thinking make her our support pilot. I'm very much leaning that way. Although I could do the same thing. I really do like the hit and run style, though, that I had in the past, and they've actually made this trait better than it used to be. So I think we remain patient here, but if we're going to make her our support pilot, then we need to get her gunnery skill. That just makes sense. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
But yeah, so multi-target's going to be somewhat of a priority, because at the moment we don't have anybody that has it. And I probably will still get her bulwark, because for support pilot, I still think that makes a lot of sense to take. They've changed the trait quite a bit, but I tend to put my support mechs in cover. And now that you have those things stack, it actually makes more sense to do it that way. Because before, with the way guard worked, it didn't matter where you were. You could be out in the open, and it would be just as good as if you were in cover. Now it matters. So your positioning, it's even more important. So, all right. Well, that's going to be it for the pilots. We already took a look at the store, so let's take a look at our contracts. All right. So I'm guessing these are the same contracts we had before. And the one that I was thinking about was this one, which is an escort mission. Now, escort missions, I think in the past I've had them be kind of difficult. The same thing can be true of the ambush missions. And I don't know, with the ambush missions, the problem is you have the escort as well as the actual convoy you have to destroy. So you may be dealing with more numbers. Then I think with the escort missions, at least in my experience, the numbers that you're facing tend to be higher. They sometimes come in a couple waves. So as a result, this may be a difficult mission, but I'll go with this one because it pays the best, and it is, going to get us some reputation. And then we may actually end up going to the Capella Confederation, depending on how good our reputation is. So we have one other mission that I may do before we leave. All right, well, let's negotiate. Oh, I forgot to read what it said. It's an escort mission. It's not probably that important. Okay, so that is going to be that. Let's go ahead and accept. Now, unfortunately, these are all against pirates, so the pirates will not like me as a result of these missions, but what can you do? All right. So this is going to be a switch of a mech. And at this stage, honestly, Revere or Mothman. Mothman's going to have more experience than Revere. But Gnarly should be in here because she's just the better pilot. And from here on out, I think now that we've got these guys kind of baseline, yeah, we're probably going to go with this crew. Scarecrow, Mouse Gunner, Gnarly, and Truck as our main front line. Okay, let's deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Convoy is just up ahead, awaiting our arrival. Move to their position and provide support as needed. Get them to safety, keep them intact, and get out of there when it's done. Okay. Let's move on out. So yeah, getting to the rendezvous point quickly makes sense. We don't want to get there too quickly because we may leave our other mechs in the dust.
On my way.
Okay, let's get this cutscene over with, if it will allow it. Go. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch up with that just yet. Matter of fact, so I don't really know where we're going. So it's kind of hard to plan. I guess I'll just move out this way. See what we can see.
Reporting enemy contact.
Oh crap. Oh, it doesn't interrupt your turn anymore. I moved the generator real quick just to try and get that move in before it interrupted me. And it didn't interrupt me. That's good to see. I probably could move further by sprinting. So do so.
Confirmed.
Same thing here. Not in cover, but that's okay.
Understood.
I actually may have been able to attack this turn, but that's okay. Hello. Ouch. Now, does this guy have full armor? I didn't get to see.
Nothing I can't handle.
No, he doesn't. All right. Well, that's going to be the only light mech that we have to deal with. So, Panther,
Awaiting orders.
what are you in range of right now? Just the PPC. Okay. If you were to walk to here, those are terrible shots. You probably would have a better chance hitting the galleon, wouldn't you? So that is actually the better target. Yeah, let's go with that.
On the move.
Our way. It's dead. Perfect.
One for the scrap heap.
All right. We really don't know what these enemies are going to be. And I'm not sure. I would just be better off. Is that the rear? Looks like the rear. Now, we're not being told it's the rear. Because not necessarily going to make him hit.
Receiving you.
I should do. Try and maneuver here. Yeah, I do want more line of sight if I can get it. As much as I say I want to maneuver, I don't want to hit my own mech. So I may have to get a little closer than I'd like.
Roger that.
The commander's probably going to get smacked around here. May not have been the wisest move that I just did, but... again, I'm better off hitting the Scorpion here. So that's what I'm going to go for.
Acknowledged.
Especially as I just killed it.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Okay. Now, the question is, what is my chance to hit? 40%. What is my chance to like, kick and punch and what have you? Much better. I'm going to take the much better chance to hit over the really crap chance to hit any day. I say that, I do actually have the precision strike now, so it's a tough call. I think we punch, and then we follow it up with the Vindicator's precision strike. I think that's the right course of action. Theory. Because that way we both of us get a decent chance to attack here.
Engaging physical
No, I'm doing that because I do not have a sensor lock. If I had a sensor lock, I would have sensor locked him. Okay.
What do you
So
need?
now that we've kind of already made that discussion of what we're going to do here, ideally what I want to do is just get like in range where I can hit him with all 3 weapons here. And then we'll precision strike him, try and get as much accuracy as we can out of it.
Heading out.
Also, it will give me an advantage next turn to beating him up because we'll lower his initiative. We'll go after this arm because it's already damaged. We might be able to reduce the damage
Take this.
that he can do. Wow, we missed with pretty much everything there. Striker, so this is gonna hurt if it lands much. Okay.
Standing by.
Probably at the ideal range for my weapons. I say that. Moving up actually does make sense because we get even closer. The Firestarter no longer has any evasion because we knocked him unsteady. So let's light him up.
Firing a full salvo.
A little better.
Target's taken a critical hit.
Okay. Then we will take...
How's it going?
Scarecrow really needs to not get hit again. So what we can do to avoid that is what we need to do. I'm alright if the Panther takes some hits because Panther has armor. Okay, let's fire away here.
Affirmative.
Come on, take that armor off. There we go.
Think I hit something good.
Sadly, energy weapons don't knock him down anymore, but... we could punch him again with the hopes of knocking him down, but I really don't think that's the right thing to do. Instead, I am gonna jump back. You know, before I do this, I want to check something real quick. I want to check what his armor is like. Yeah, his armor is real bad in the front. So we don't actually want to hit him in the rear. Yeah, let's jump back. Turn like this. Just unload on him. This actually has a really good chance of killing him.
All weapons committed.
That is if I hit. Yeah, I was gonna say, he should go down. I hit him.
Enemy mech.
I hit him with 3 lasers. That was all internal damage. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Gone.
Yeah.
You know, the Vindicator taking these hits is even better than the Panther taking them. And on top of that, we can hit the Striker before it even gets a chance to attack us. So that's great. Great opportunity for us. Okay, and we can get away with it. Precision Strike, I'll save.
Okay.
Even
I'm
though
on
it probably would be a good call. But the PPC landing, that was all we really needed, because they have half armor.
Vehicle trashed.
Okay, and that's the initial enemy we have to fight, and that's kind of what I'm talking about with these escort missions and the fact that they tend to have more enemy, because we had that initial wave, and we're going to have to fight maybe even 2 more. But in any case, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.